This is my 2024 Honda Rubicon. Alright, so before we get into today's YouTube video, we just made a sale on these t-shirts. It was mainly friends and family. We didn't make them available to the public. So in this video, we are making them available to the public. We're finna make another big sale. It's a pre-order, so you send me the money for however many you want. They're $25 a piece, $28 if we have to ship them. And I think if it's 2X or above, they're 30 bucks. We're not making no money on these. This is strictly our cost in them. But here's my Snapchat on the screen. If you want one, add me on Snapchat, and I'm fixing to make a post on my Snapchat story in the next week or so. We're gonna make another run of these t-shirts. We sold a bunch the first time. Like I said, it was just friends and family, but we're about to make them available to the public. So if you want one, hit me up right here and we will get your order placed. So in today's YouTube video, I'm giving y'all a rundown of what I have done to my 2024 Honda Rubicon. I did buy this thing brand new. Some of y'all have seen it if y'all kept up with the channel back whenever it was green. It was dark forest green originally whenever I got it. This is not the finished product of it. We still have a lot more stuff to do to it. This is just how far I've gotten with it up to today's date. Alright, so this is my Honda Rubicon 2024 model. Foot shift, electric power steering. I'm going to give you a rundown on it. Starting up front, we'll start with the rad kit. Alright, so starting off with the rad kit, this is the one that everybody's been asking about. This is a prototype. This is not the finished product. This is not what y'all will be getting whenever we start selling them. This, however, is a 3-piece design rad kit. It has 2 sides and a faceplate. The one we were wanting to be made is, it's going to be one solid piece. It won't have sides. It will be one solid piece, one solid housing with the mesh behind it. This is stainless steel mesh. This is not your regular chicken wire everybody else puts behind them. It's stainless steel. No, you don't have to worry about it rusting. You don't have to get it powder coated. But yeah, that basically sums up this rad kit. The one we will be making will be one that you can buy one, and it will fit the new body styles and the old body styles, Foreman and Ranchers. So one size fits a lot of your models. This is also a center snorkel bracket that we designed. It is a 2 U-bolt design, one down low, one up top, and it's a little longer because all you tall snorkel guys like ourselves, whenever you start getting them real tall, the little short bracket with one U-bolt down here at the bottom really doesn't do the job. It still flops around a lot up top. So if you extend it on out, put an extra U-bolt up here, it really keeps the top of the snorkel a lot sturdier. This will also be in the making as well too, along with the rad kits. And while we're up front, I also have the AA Power Sports headlight brackets. I have swapped the light bars out with some light bars you can find off Amazon. They have white housings on them. You don't have to get them powder coated. A lot of people ask me if I got them powder coated. They're not powder coated. You can buy them straight from Amazon with white housing on the backside. And the last thing up front, we got is the little Drew Fab skid plate. I have also opted to change out the light bar on this to the white one that I have in my headlights. And, the last thing up front will be, I obviously have everything on this They're almost, other than the racks and stuff powder coated. All this stuff is the same color, except the shocks are done super chrome, but all this is, I'm not sure the white color. My powder coat guy just did it and it matches the plastics pretty well. And he adds a shattered glass clear coat to it to where it has a lot of sparkle and stuff in it. But, yeah, everything on all the suspension wise stuff is done is powder coated. But, last parts up front is we have the high lifter, arch lower control arms. I also have, like I said, my upper control arms powdered and the springs on my shocks powdered super chrome. So back up top around the handlebar area, starting off with the third headlight, I painted it black because we ride in water over a head a lot. So the handlebars is under majority of the time. And I always got water in my headlight, and my headlight started cracking from the sun, I guess water being in there. So I finally pulled the bulb out, took it out, spray painted it black, and looks a lot better to me. A lot of people swap their dash out to a 420, but I wanted to keep the white up here because these white pieces for Rubicons are getting hard to find. On to the handlebars, I did get them powder coated also, and the grips are ODI lock-on Troy Lee design grips. They have red rings on them. I need to figure out a way to start keeping them cleaner because every time you grab it with dirty hands, start to get them real dirty. So I got to figure out a way to start keeping them clean. But, yeah, and we'll come over to this side to talk about this piece. Alright, so if you have a Foreman or Rubicon, you know that this is supposed to be a box with a electric 4-wheel drive and diff lock actuator over here. Well, I've had that on this four-wheeler. Obviously, I bought it brand new. So I've had this, and the relays kept going out. I swapped relays out. it never would work right. You'd have to like do the key thing, the key method if you have one, you know what I'm talking about, where you shut the key off, press forward drive in, turn it back on, and it works sometimes it don't. Got tired of that. I bought the 90 ATV kit. I put it on, rode it maybe 3-4 rides. It was leaking diff fluid out of my diff because it doesn't seal up right on the diff. I'm not hating on 90 ATV, but it's just not something I would promote or want somebody else to waste their money on, because I wasted my money on it. It's $400 and it doesn't work. So last resort is a 420 Rancher diff. This is, the only thing you lose with this is diff lock, but I would much rather have full drive whenever I want it every single time over not having it at all, minus some diff lock. But yeah, if we did like 2 or 3 Foremans like this, and this is the first Rubicon we've done like this, the Foremans are a little trickier because you have to weld there's a plate that goes onto the frame that the bracket for the guide it mounts to. So you have to do some mocking up and welding if you do it on a Foreman, but Rubicons are real simple. If y'all do want a video on how to do that, I will make a video on it. Just let me know down in the comments, but it is light years better than any of the other kits they make for this to solve the four-wheel drive issue. That is by far the best way to solve it. Alright, so getting back down low again, we have the Super ATV floorboards. A lot of people don't like them, say they don't fit good. They haven't cracked a single piece of my plastic yet. I've rode the piss out of them. I've rode them in bogs. We've rode them down the channel a million times. What I do like about them over the 22 off-road floorboards is they have this piece right here that covers the side of your motor. I'll pop a picture up on the screen now, some 22 off-road floorboards, and it just has a big gaping hole right here. You can see the whole back side of the motor. I'm not a fan of that. That's why I opted to go with these. Alright, coming around back, like I said earlier, I have all my control arms powder coated. The springs are powder coated chrome. But other than that, other than the powder coat stuff, I also have the Vessel Power Sports rear arched arms on this. I'll pop a video up on the screen now of how I mounted them. You can't mount these up top in the factory location like it says you can. You can't run a 2-inch bracket lift with them. It doesn't say anywhere on the website that you're supposed to mount them a different way. This is the only, like, whenever I had them mounted inside the factory frame tab, the rear end would not move because the shock was bent. So the only way to mount these is how I have them mounted right now. And I haven't rode it one time, but it hasn't broken any bolts yet. I've spaced it and did everything to make it as reliable as possible. So, and the last thing around back I have is the tinted tail lights. They're like $30. You can get them on eBay, Amazon, anything like that, but they look a lot better than the red, and I'm not a fan of the other options they have on the market right now. So I opted to go with the tinted tail light. And as far as wheels and tires go, I have 32-inch assassinators on some custom cut. As far as I know, 1-of-1 crush locks. I have these custom cut by a guy in Florida. I can't remember his name. If I find it, I'll pop it up on the screen right now, and I'll put him down in the description. He made us these custom water bike center caps and everything. They're welded on. I also have spike lug nuts on this thing. They're like $50 or something like that off eBay, just something cheap. Some other stuff that's not visual that's done to this is has a 40% reduction boss reduction with stage 2 springs. It's not really performance wise or aesthetics, but it also has like 3 top ends by now, I think. New timing chain, tensioner, all that stuff. Just got it all put back together. It also has a fully hard pop snorkel done by yours truly. If you need snorkels or any other thing done on Hondas, let us know. Me and Will, co-founder of Water Bikes, we do this stuff for full time. We do it in Fed, Alabama. So if you have anything Honda or motorsports in general, sometimes we'll even throw a lift on the truck. Hell, who knows? But yeah, let us know and we will try to hook you up best we can. Other odds and ends stuff that I have done is like these rot lights. I just got this ruler put back together, so I haven't wired all the rot lights and stuff back up. It had a bunch of these, the little small 9 watts on there. I had to get all these pulled off. I'm going back with the bigger ones. If you are looking to get any lighting for your Honda, if you're wanting these, the smaller rot lights, any other rot lights, portal lights, wheel lights, anything like that, you can get in touch with Zach Willis if you're local to North Alabama. But if you're far off, always go with Wheel Light Express. That's who I recommend to everybody. I'll put his information up on the screen right now and in the description. He is by far top of the line to go to. I shop with him for all my truck stuff over there. Zach, like I said, if you're local though and want somebody to install it and everything, and he can supply the right lights, but if you're local to North Alabama, I'll put his information back up on the screen right now and go shop with him. And he'll do the install and stuff like that too. So you just drop it off, pick it back up, and it's ready to go. So future plans for it. So right now my future plans is to get all my, the black plastics. I'm getting them Cerakoted white. I'm not spray painting them. Spray paint never lasts. Cerakote's the best way to go if you want it to last. It costs a lot of money, but it lasts a very, very long time. It can be in 180 degrees before it ever cracks. I have to get my racks done, my racks front and rear, and my front bumper and my floorboards. And that'll probably be everything I get powder coated. That's basically everything but the frame. I have to get all new plastics because if I'm going to get them all Cerakoted, I want it to be new stuff. My front bumper has dings in it. I want all that stuff to be fixed. So I'm gonna get a new front bumper. But yeah, other than that, I really don't have any other plans for it. Like I said, I'm not no time soon doing the whole entire frame. I'm not really big on portals on four wheelers. They're cool on side by sides. If I had a side by side, I would, but I ain't real huge on putting portals on, especially Hondas, because a gear reduction to turn tires effectively and run 6-inch portals, you're gonna need like 37s to fill the fender wells, and portals plus a gear reduction to turn them effectively, it's gonna be like 15 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour top speed, and that just makes them not really fun to ride anymore. Mine still goes about 30, 32 miles an hour, 35 going downhill off the rev limiter. So, yeah, that's fast enough for me. It doesn't, the 40% with the 32 doesn't make it really like angrily slow. Like you can still have fun on it. You ain't really it's not built strictly for mud. You know what I'm saying? You can still ride it down the road and it ain't too slow. But, yeah, that really sums it up for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all guys next time.